Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. We've got 8 matchups on this NBA slate today. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. Turn on the notification bells. When you guys are done with this video, watch my college basketball and NHL video every day. And also, if you guys like betting on player props today, sign up with Underdog. You're going to get a Jokic 0.5 points higher leg. So go take advantage of that in the description below, guys. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. A little decent size slate today. 8 matchups, starting with the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Detroit Pistons. Detroit opening up as an 11.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 230.5. Pelicans coming into this matchup 19-52. Detroit 39-32. Head-to-head Pelicans 8-2 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. See, Zion's day to day. We'll see if he ends up playing. Pelicans just 2-8 in their last 10. They played Detroit 3 games ago. They lost 127 to 81. The games they haven't won, for the most part, have been blowouts. They get blown out a lot. Detroit coming off a bad Dallas loss. Pelicans 1-4 covering the spread. They've been good against Detroit, surprisingly. Detroit, a little bit of a bad stretch covering. They're 1-4 covering the spread right now. The under has hit in 6 of their last 7 against the Pelicans. I don't know. I just look at this line and it just smells blowout potential here. A lot of day-to-day guys for the Pelicans here. And the Pelicans, like if they're not winning games, I mean, they're getting beat by 10, 20, 30 points on any given night. I think it's a big game at home for Detroit, and I'll take the Pistons minus 11.5 on Moneyline. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Utah Jazz. Cavs opening up as a 15-point road favorite with the over-under at 236.5. Cavs coming into this matchup 56-14. The Jazz 16-55. Head-to-head, Cleveland 3-0 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. 2-1 covering the spread. Cavs on a 4-game losing streak. I mean, they've definitely cooled off these last 4 games. Utah 1-9 in their last 10. The Cavs, or Utah, they got a lot of guys day to day. A lot of starters. Cleveland, they are 5-1 against Utah. 5-2 covering against Utah. They're 11-3 on the road. Utah just 1-4 covering the spread. The overs hit in 5 of their last 5 against Cleveland here. I mean, this is tough. This is a big spread for a Cavs team that is on a bad losing streak right now. But we know, obviously, when they're rolling, they're really rolling here. Can we trust Utah? I mean, coming off a blowout loss against Boston, blowout loss against Chicago, Minnesota. Their last 3 losses have been blowout losses. And yeah, against the good teams, I mean, they've been getting blown out here. They were actually a good example. They were a 15-point dog literally last game against Boston, and they did not cover that. So same line here. I think it's a good spot for the Cavs to bounce back. I'm taking Cleveland minus 15 in money line on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Boston Celtics versus the Portland Trail Blazers. Boston opening up as a 7.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 220.5. Boston coming into this matchup 51-19. Portland 32-39. Head-to-head, Boston 8-2 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings, 6-2-2 covering the spread. Jaylen Brown's day-to-day, be sure to check his status. I know he's missed some games. Boston 9-1 in their last 10. They're coming off a Utah win. Last time they played Portland, they beat them 128-118. Portland on a little 4-game winning streak, coming off a big Denver win. They did rest Jokic there, so it's not like it's a massive upset. Boston 5-0 against Portland. They're 5-0 covering on the road against Portland, where they've been really good. 11-1 on the road. Very good road team this season. Portland 0-5 covering at home against Boston. The over has hit in 9 of their last 11 against Boston. And yeah, I think I like Boston here. Just be sure to check the injury reports. They're the number 1 team in the NBA of just last second. They'll hold out Tatum and Porzingis and all their guys. So just make sure they're all playing. They're the one team you got to monitor this season. But they aren't coming off a back-to-back here, so I feel like they should be good. You just don't ever know. Assuming everybody plays, give me Boston -7.5 in Moneyline on the road. Next matchup, we got the Charlotte Hornets versus the Miami Heat. Heat opening up as a 4-point home favorite with the over-under at 212. Hornets coming into this matchup 18-52. The Heat 29-41. Head-to-head, Miami 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Charlotte, they're coming off an OKC loss. Last time they played Miami, though, they played them well. They beat them 105-102. Miami, I don't know what's going on with Miami. I mean, they've lost their last 10. It might be even more than 10, but the last 10, they have not won a game. It's been very bad for them. You got Tyler Harrow and Bam day to day. Be sure to check the injury reports because if either of them are out, I mean, that's a pretty ugly matchup there. Charlotte, 6-3 covering against Miami. That's not the only good stat. Every other stat is very bad for Charlotte. And yeah, Miami, it's just not good. 0-7 at home, 2-6 covering the spread. The unders hit in 5 of their last 5 against Charlotte. Do we really? I mean, I just don't know if I trust Miami. Playing absolutely horrible. You would think at home against Charlotte, you'd feel a little bit better about them, but Harrow, Bam, day to day. Charlotte beat them last time. Yeah, the vibes are just off on Miami. Ever since they got rid of Jimmy, they've been horrible. I'll take Charlotte +4 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks opening up as a 10-point home favorite with the over-under at 237. Sixers coming into this matchup 23-47. The Hawks 34-36. Head-to-head, Atlanta 3-0 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. 2-1 covering the spread. You got Philly 2-8 in their last 10. Obviously horrible stretch. They're coming off an 8-point loss against the Spurs. Last time they played Atlanta beat them 132-123. Atlanta on a 2-game winning streak coming off a Warriors win. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They're playing pretty well. Sixers 0-14 against the Eastern Conference. They're 6-14 covering the spread. Atlanta 5-1 at home where they're playing very well. Yeah, I just can't trust the Sixers, man. You just can't do it. This roster they've been bringing out is just horrible. A lot of guys hurt. I mean, they get blown out so often by double digits. It's hard to really trust them. I think I got to take it the Hawks -10 in money line at home today. Next matchup, we've got the San Antonio Spurs versus the Toronto Raptors. Toronto opening up as a 1.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 235.5. Spurs coming into this matchup 30-39. Toronto 24-46. Head-to-head, Toronto 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 7-3 covering the spread. Spurs on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Philly win. Toronto, they are on a 3-game losing streak, coming off a Warriors loss. The Spurs just 1-6 against Toronto, 1-6 covering against Toronto, 1-8 covering on the road, where they're just horrible on the road. Toronto 5-1 covering the spread, 4-1 covering at home. I don't know. Looking at this line, it's pretty much a pick'em game. You got the Spurs who've been horrible on the road here. Yeah, give me the Raptors money line at home today. Next matchup, we got the Denver Nuggets versus the Houston Rockets. Rockets opening up as a 7.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 227.5. Denver coming into this matchup 44-27. Houston 46-25. Head-to-head, Houston 2-1 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. You got Denver on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a Portland loss. The big news here is Jokic, if he's going to play or not. Because if he is, you guys got to hop on Underdog and take the Jokic 0.5 higher on his points. If he does play, add that to your leg in the description below, guys. Take advantage of that. Hopefully he does play so you can use that. So you can use that line. Houston, they're hot, 9-1 in their last 10. I mean, they're no joke. They're streaking pretty hard right now. Denver 1-5 covering the spread. The numbers just aren't that great right now. 1-5 against Houston. 5-1 covering against Houston here. 4-15 on the road against Houston. They have really struggled against Houston. Houston 6-3 covering the spread. On a nice winning streak. They're 6-0 at home. Yeah, the numbers look really good. I will say, if Jokic is playing, I'm really liking the points with Denver. I know they've struggled against Houston here. I think it's a good matchup, and getting Denver's just one of those teams. If you can catch them as dogs, that's a team. That's a team I like catching as dog. I mean, they're a really good team. Catch them as a dog, I like it. Houston, no, they're playing very well. But if Jokic ends up being out, yeah, we're definitely taking the Rockets because this Denver team can't win without Jokic. So if Jokic plays, we'll take Denver plus 7.5 on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Los Angeles Clippers. OKC opening up as a 3-point road favorite with the over-under at 228.5. Thunder coming into this matchup 58-13. The Clippers 40-30. Head-to-head OKC 8-2 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 7-3 covering the spread. OKC 9-1 in their last 10. They've been dominant. Clippers, they're on a nice stretch right now. 8-2 in their last 10. They're on a 5-game winning streak coming off a Memphis win. The Thunder 5-0 covering the spread. They're 11-4 covering against the Clippers. 6-0 covering on the road. And you got the Clippers 5-0 covering in their last 5. The overs hitting 5 of their last 7 against the Thunder. Numbers are good for both teams, but at this point in the, with what, a week or 2-3 weeks left in the NBA, I just can't bet against the Thunder. Catching the Thunder in a bucket game for 3 points, I mean, yeah, I just can't. If it was like 7-8 points or something, I'd be more inclined to take Clippers, but only a bucket. Give me OKC -3 and Moneyline on the road today. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.